is Marilyn Monroe? We all know Marilyn Monroe as the platinum blonde, noticed for the red lipstick, and she's one of the biggest icons of America. So, where did her life start? Let's take a dive to find out who Marilyn Monroe is. Lights, camera, action. Marilyn Monroe, who was born as Norma Jean Mortson, was born in Los Angeles, California on June 1st, 1926. She was born to her mother, Gladys Monroe, in a hospital in Los Angeles. Now let's dive deeper into the life of Miss Norma Jean Mortson. When you see her life before she passed away, what do you see? You see someone that has their life together. You see someone who's happy with life. And you would have never expected where she came from in her childhood. You would have actually thought it was pretty good. However, that wasn't the case. In fact, it was the complete opposite. Miss Norma Jean Mortson came from a troubling childhood. She didn't have a father. Her mother was mentally unstable to care for her, which led to many foster homes and orphanages. With that, Miss Norma Jean ended up going from home to home most of her life. There was one point in time where her mother did come back for her. However, Gladys, her mother, decided that once she was in the process of buying a home for her and Norma Jean, that it was just too much, and she became depressed, which led to more unstable in her mind. Now, let's fast forward to how Miss Monroe became Miss Monroe. She was married at a young age. She married at 16 to James Dawson. They married, however, that marriage didn't last. The marriage actually ended while he was going back for his second tour in the military. He actually enrolled in the Marines. During that time, Miss Monroe decided to pursue her career in modeling, where she was found during World War II by a man named David Conover, which was cited at www.history.com, This Day in History. Although Marilyn Monroe's dream was coming true before her eyes, becoming a model, she found herself wanting more out of life. She found herself actually wanting to become an actress. Once she signed her divorce papers with Mr. Daughtry, she officially signed her first contract with 20th Century. And that was stated in Ownings Lisa Marilyn Monroe Hollywood.com, and it was published in 2012. During this time, Monroe, she starred in her first movie, The Shocking Miss Pilgrim. During this time, she spent lots of time practicing and basically living her life to the fullest. She had dyed her hair platinum blonde. She became one of the biggest icons of America. In fact, she became one of the biggest icons for the women around the world. During that time, she was offered more positions, but as we all know, whenever sometimes things don't go as planned as we want them to. And this is where it started with Marilyn Monroe's life going downward once again. During this time, Marilyn Monroe had thought she had everything that she ever dreamed of. However, she went through many more divorces, which led to depression. But, however, she took that and promised herself that she wouldn't become like her mother, who was a downward depressed woman. So she tried many different ways to cope with her depression by seeing a therapist. Um, when she Once she saw the therapist, she got on many medications for her depression, and with that, she found herself feeling better. During that time, she had came back to stage where they started filming another film, and then all of a sudden decided to disappear. What once was okayed by 20th century, they decided to not be okay with it, due to filming being held back some, due to her depression and anxiety and her other emotions. So therefore, she went anyways because she was actually basically telling everyone that no one could tell Miss Marilyn Monroe what to do and how to do it. So, with that being said, in May 1962, she decided to go sing to the president, Mr. John F. Kennedy. Numerous rumors were spread that they were having an affair. However, they say it's not true. Just a few months after that, Miss Marilyn Monroe took her last breath in her home. They say it was due to a possible suicide, and the cause of it was the too many medication of her sleeping pills that her therapist prescribed. Miss Marilyn Monroe didn't have an easy life by all means. However, she took what she was dealt, and she made the best out of it. Although she had a troubling childhood, she made the best out of it. However, she ended it like she entered the world with a troubling problem. And then cut. Miss Marilyn Monroe's life ended. The curtains closed way too soon at the age of 36, August 5th, 1960.